Victor, what's up, man? Hey, David, as well. If you're watching this, yeah, just wanted to shoot you guys a video here and talk to you guys about your website a little bit and the process of ranking your website on Google, how it works a little bit more, as well as talk to you guys a little bit more on the keywords I found around your guys' business, some terms I thought your ideal clients would be searching into Google, and if there's anything other key terms you think your ideal client would be searching into Google, let me know and I can do some more research around it. But I have a bunch of tools and stuff and softwares where it'll show me the average per month and throughout the year of how many times each term is searched into Google. Okay, so with that being said, let's just kind of run through the keywords I found that I thought would be good to rank your website for, and then we can move on from there. I'll show you kind of the process and how we would go about it. And yeah, so let's get right into it. Hemophilia factor 8, it's searched 170 times a month, which is a pretty good amount considering uh, what niche you guys are in and how it's such a small market too, as what you were telling me, Victor. So the fact that this term alone has 170 a month is a pretty good sign that there are people in this niche searching on Google for a solution, which is very important because it's not always the case in every niche. So a couple other terms I found too is factor 8 treatment 20 times a month, factor 8 products once again 20 times a month, factor 8 treatment in just a little bit different way 30 times a month, hemophilia factor 8 treatment 10 times a month. So when you add all these together, and how it works with Google and when you're going to rank your website and optimize it to be in front of the people that are searching for your products, you don't just have to rank for one term. You can rank for multiples. So that's why I added the total up down here. Total searches per month between all these is 250 a month. Okay, which is pretty good. So if you're up front and center on the first page for these terms, they're going to click into your website, and depending on how good your sales team is and whatnot, will determine how many of those people you can turn into an actual customer. So next slide is this. It is the total keyword search volume is so on number 1, 2, and 3 spots of the first page of Google for those terms. 70% of the traffic will actually click on your website. Okay, so it's not the full 250 we were just talking about. So 70% of 250 is 175, and like I just mentioned a second ago, is out of the 175 that land on your website, depending on your closing rate and your sales team, or depending who is answering the calls and your response time and other factors as well, will determine what percentage you'll close of that number. Okay, and this right here is just a couple stats on Google itself. And so 93% of online experiences begin with a search engine. As you guys know, Google is huge. It's been around forever. It's a absolute massive company, and when people have a problem or an issue or they need a solution to something, they'll go to Google to find an answer, and there's a lot of trust in that. So like this right here, there's a lot of studies that have gone around Google itself, and when people are looking for something, I mean, it makes sense too. Everyone's walking around with mini computers in their hands these days with the iPhones and the Androids. And so whenever they need to find something or a service, they'll go to Google to get an answer really quick. Okay? And with that being said, when they go and search for something, 75% of them will not go past the first page. I mean, I don't know about you, but whenever I search for something, I want the answer quick and right now. So I will just click on the first few results, see which one of those look the best, and then I'll give them a call or fill out their quote form. I mean, ask yourself when you're looking for food or whatever else, do you ever go past the first page? Most likely you said no, because almost no one does. So that's why it's so important to get on the first page in the top 5 of that first page, and then you're actually going to see traffic coming to your site of people that are actually interested in your product or service. Okay, so the next one is 70% of link search users click on organic search instead of the paid, okay, which is very important. When you make a search, there's usually ads on the right and the left side, and I'll show you that on the next slide. sorry, excuse me, the right side in the very top, and there's a little yellow ad by it as well too. And that is advertisements through Google. Okay, so what this is saying, people have done studies too, is 70% of the people that search in Google would rather click on the organic results instead of paid because they feel more comfortable with doing that. They feel that when it's an ad, that it's not the best result getting spit back at them. That's why organic, which is right below the ads, is so important, because most of the people would rather click on that. And if they click on that and that's where you're at, then once again, it just increases your odds of another customer coming into your guys' business. With that said, this is a little screenshot I took of one of my tools I use. It's of the key term hemophilia factor 8. It just shows the search volume. Once again, that is 170 times a month. I just wanted to show you guys that I wasn't just pulling that out of thin air. It is legitimate. So let's move on. These were the ads I was talking about, and then the organic results right below it. Okay, factor 8 treatment. This is what comes up right here. So let me just talk to you a little bit of how it works, the process to get you guys to come up and take one of these two positions and take the traffic from your competition. And how it works is Google's an algorithm, right? And so based on the age of your website and a lot of other factors, there's probably 200 plus ranking factors, some of them weighing more than others. Let me just explain to you some of the biggest ones that weigh in the most. Google loves it when other websites are talking about a certain website online. So in other words, if your website or someone else's is getting talked about by essentially friends online, and like, oh, NCHS is awesome, go check them out here, Google is going to look at that as a signal, and they're going to say, okay, NCHS website is popular, this person's talking about it, this website's talking about them, and you're going to get a vote because of that. So the more people talking about you, the more votes you get. So I put up here authority websites talking about NCHS, and not every website is considered equal, though. You got to keep that in mind. Google respects other sites more than others. For example, Wikipedia, Huffington Post, different bigger sites, or different sites in Google's eyes that seem to be more reputable. If you get talked about by those sites, you're going to see a boost and you're going to float up here to these spots as long as it's done in a certain way. So with that being said, it's when other websites, as well as there's other social property factors that come into play as well too, when they are talking about you, though, Google is going to reward you and drift you up to these spots. And you might be asking, well, why would they do that? You got to remember, Google, obviously is a business in itself. I mean, they do $6 billion a month. They're crushing it. So clearly people search into Google to find answers. But with that being said, they don't want to. Actually, I lost my train of thought there. 1 second. Oh yeah. So they only want to reward people that are going to give their customers the best answers. And with that being said, their customers are people searching into Google. So they want to provide the best answer, the best solution to their customers, which are the people searching into Google. Remember, that's what Google does, is they are an algorithm, and they want to provide the best answers and the fastest answers to their people searching into Google. So by us making you the best answer, the best solution to people searching into Google these different terms, Google is going to reward you, see that you're the most popular, you're the best answer for the people searching these terms, and you're going to be put right here. And then based on what I do to keep it here, it's a month in, month out type of deal. Like, I have to do things monthly to keep you here, keep you the most popular solution in Google's eyes. And by what we do on a monthly basis, you'll stay right here and you'll generate all the phone calls from the people searching this term and those other ones I showed you earlier into Google. So what we do on a monthly basis will keep you in these spots, and then in return, you're going to reap the benefits because everyone's going to be calling your business. Okay, so out of the 175 viewers to your website, how many of them can we convert into customers? We kind of touched base on this a little bit, but I want to take it a little deeper. So let's say a conservative side, right, would be 20%. Out of the 175 viewers, 20%, let's say, would call your business. And this is a low number, once again. It could easily be 30, 40%, even 50 if the content on your website is good, it's clean, it looks professional, then they're going to call your business versus someone else's. So let's just take a conservative number and go with 20%. 20% of 175 is 35 new phone calls a month. So out of the 35 new phone calls a month, your then sales team or you guys individually, I don't know what your whole process is exactly. Let's say, and let's do another conservative number and say only 15% you can close. You know, 15% of those phone calls, you're going to turn into a new client. Well, it's still a decent amount of number because I talked to Victor on the phone, and he told me what a client is worth to you guys. So if acquiring 5 new customers a month, it sounds like it would still be really awesome for you guys. So 5 new customers a month, and remember, if you stay in those spots in Google, you're gonna get the 3 to 5. I'm pretty sure it'd still be worth your while. 3 to 5 new customers a month. You times that times 12. You start to see something compound here. And then obviously, if you guys are providing an excellent product, they're going to continue to stay with you month in and month out. So it will just compound and compound. So currently, you guys aren't in those positions. So your competition is winning right now. And I'm going to show you on the next slide what amount of revenue you're losing to your competition essentially every month. But once we do what we're going to do with your websites, and if you guys want to continue moving forward, it eventually will go into your guys' pocket. But this is what I broke it down to. So if a customer is worth one individual customer is worth 300,000 a year to you guys, and that's on the low end. I talked to Victor. He said that's what it'd be worth, anywhere from 300,000 a year to $1 million a month. So let's just go on the conservative side. 5 new customers a month, 1.5 million per month. And obviously this is gross, like you have expenses, and I mean maybe you're only even profiting 5% or 20%. I don't really know. That's on your guys' end. Even if that was the case, you're still going to see a huge ROI from doing search engine marketing. But right now, this is the revenue going into your competitors' pockets because they're optimized and they are seen in Google's eyes as the more authoritative business in this niche, the more authoritative website in this niche. But we can change that. There's a solution. We need to get your digital asset, aka your website, on page 1 of Google, and then this amount of money is going to go to you guys instead of your competition. And with that being said, is this something that happens overnight? Absolutely not. Google's a search engine. It takes time and nurturing and months. It's a strategic process to get you there. But the return on investment in the long run, it's really a long-term game. Search engine marketing is a long-term play. But once you get there and I keep you there in the spots your ideal clients are searching for, you're going to reap the benefits month in and month out. So with that being said, I know this video went a little bit long, but hopefully it was educational and it provided some value to you guys, regardless if you want to move forward with me or not. With that said, it is 100% possible to get your guys' website there and the positions you want to be in for you guys to see more customers coming into your business month in and month out. So with that being said, watch this video once or twice. Once you have questions, would love to talk with you on the phone, David or Victor or whoever I am talking to about NCHS. We can see what we can work out together and figure out something that's mutually beneficial. With that being said, look over this video. And once I talk to you about this, I can make another video kind of breaking down the steps for your Fora business, your guys' group purchasing business as well. I just wanted to start out with one video because there's kind of a lot to it. With that being said, Give me a call back or email me back when you guys are done watching this, and we'll talk soon. Have a great day. Bye.